Evening everyone, I'm here this evening to talk about an article published by Kyle White and Paul Thompson in the Journal of Agricultural and Environmental Ethics. The article in question can be found in volume 25, number 4, on pages 441 to 445. The article, entitled Ideas for How to Take Wicked Problems Seriously, can be seen throughout its body to largely lend itself to defining wicked problems using previously published academia. The emphasis on the works of Ritter and Weber examine the 10 aspects proposed by those particular scholars that make up the framework for describing what one faces when one does indeed face a wicked problem. The purpose of the article is to highlight the complexity of wicked problems, their expansiveness, and even the danger of what I'm going to refer to in this as treatment of aspects of a wicked problem being taken as solution, even when lip service may have been paid by the researcher to management in order to describe the limitations of the proposed treatment. So those 10 aspects: ambiguity of the problem, there's no clear point in time when the problem will cease, there's no absolute truths about any proposed solution, there's no absolute test for success for any proposed solution, any proposed response can have innumerable repercussions of its own, there is innumerable solutions and one can never know if one really has exhausted all the possibilities. No wicked problem is the same as another or identical to itself as it was at a past date. Wicked problems constantly morph. Every wicked problem can be seen as both a cause and a symptom of another wicked problem. Because of these intertwined and innumerable relationships, any single wicked problem can be explained in innumerable ways. The proposed solutions and those that propose solutions and conduct research on wicked problems have no right to be wrong. As stated previously, any solution can have unforeseen effects, often causing further and even worse problems. The article then highlights that these factors can be taken precisely because of the ambiguity described to be simply descriptions of the daunting aspects of our reality faced today. The article, however, suggests that contrary to being a simple concept, the event of wicked problems presents an opportunity for academic learning and research to evolve, driven by the ensuing need to address those wicked problems. It highlights the necessity of this by speaking briefly about how those wicked problems cannot be addressed by current business management, research standards and reward. In fact, stating that it's often the case individual desires to seek advancement or, say, disciplinary notoriety. It's not uncommon for those things to cause complex problems to be ignored. The article is relevant to our subject, contemporary issues in entrepreneurship and innovation, because it addresses firstly the complexity of the problems facing business today, and therefore it is a contemporary issue. And as suggested by the article, when the article talks about revision of education and research, it offers a whole new mode of entrepreneurship. As entrepreneurship is in part the business of creating business, wicked problems and the possible changes in widespread education and research to address them offer a new realm of unexplored business opportunities. Literally, the business of building businesses to address contemporary issues. I mean, it would be hard to define an overall objective that's close to our course aims than that. The concept I found most engaging within the article is the lip service issue paid by a scientist to a manager, of a treatment generated to ease some small part of a wicked problem's symptoms. The article highlighted this fact by saying that while the researcher, that is, saying to the manager or relevant party, even in plain language, that it's only a limited range of effects of the wicked problem that have actually been addressed by the treatment. The truth is that this does not necessarily constitute a discharging of the researcher's moral duty. In fact, the article describes that in real-life situations, an everyday truth can be given that inaccurately describes the full circumstances of any situation leading to miscommunication and exacerbation of a problem. Now, if that can happen in simple everyday issues, obviously it can occur in relation to wicked problems, which, being changing in nature, would continue to rampage unchecked. However, after discussing so much of the danger of wicked problems and the need for what we'll refer to as revolution in research, as well as mentioning the parties that have been addressing this research, which I connected previously to a drive for innovation, the prime weakness of the article itself is any lack of true explanation on how to move forward with a response to wicked problems. While the article does endorse collaboration, there is little explanation into the outcomes of the suggested action, so what has come about of the collaboration to date. Indeed, there are solutions such as Scrum, which are beyond the scope of this particular video, but you can look it up on Google if you like, that do offer a proposed way forward when dealing with wicked problems. With all that in mind, the article does go a long way to connecting the danger of wicked problems to a need for response to those wicked problems, and this is then a chance for innovation and, of course, as a byproduct, entrepreneurship. I felt, however, that the article was light on a solution, and as such, sorry, we're just going to move across a little bit, and as such, it did lend itself to a fear of focusing on the issues of wicked problems. Of course, while entrepreneurship is about doing something first, encouragement tends to lead to success, and in the face of daunting challenges for entrepreneurs, they should be given a vision of hope rather than a vision of dissolution. Well, that's about all. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Have a lovely evening.